Hello everyone, welcome back to part 3 of a 4-part replay between Rohjinwook and Poker Off Please here on Echo Out. And Warden just teleported back out, able to take down that able to take down the level 1 Paladin, but a good, well-timed Staff of Sanctuary on the Archmage was able to save the Archmage to the north. But right now we have the main army of Poker Off Please continuing to try to press in. Rohjinwook was just using invisible mortars in order to try to take down the expansion and was successful of Poker Off Please. Main army now trying to move into the main base. Wow, not quite sure what happened there. Staff of Preservation to save a low hit point unit, perhaps? No, not that strategy at all. So Poker Off Please sitting at 80 over 80. Mountain King does not have a scroll of Town Portal. Gonna quickly try to run back. No, not gonna run back. And those Mortar team is gonna try to take down this expansion right as it's gonna be heading back up. But that Mountain King has no way to really save himself. This is not looking very good at all. Poker Off Please now gonna trying to save this low hit point. Save this Tree of Life right now. Archmage does have a Scroll of Town Portal, so it will be able to use a Scroll of Town Portal back out. Very, very nicely done. Staff of Sanctuary being able to save that low hit point Mountain King. And wow, Rohjinwook just playing pure cheese and doing a very, very good job with it. Paladin now once again moving back out, going to pick up perhaps a potion of invulnerability, but let's see if the Paladin will be able to get away. A nice Staff of Teleportation coming in from the Paladin. The Paladin will be able to teleport out of there. And Warden now sitting at level 5, so we are going to have Avatar of Vengeance most likely. As this game continues right now, Archmage still getting healed, and Mortar teams and Breakers coming in, Flying Machines coming in as well, Flares going off, trying to keep track of where everything is. Dragonhawks are in the air, so Dragonhawks to counter that 1 or 2, to counter the Chimera. The Chimera able to do a lot of damage. A good counter to those Mortar teams if he's able to focus down with those. The Warden still trying to move around, and now those the Dragonhawk Riders trying to take down some Ancients of Wind. We have a single Hippogriff now coming into play to try to counter off those Dragonhawk Riders, and we have a Flying Machine, so we may have Flying Machines attacking in just a moment right now. We have, a Dragonhawk Rider trying, is he going to get a Roar, an Ensnare off? No, not going to get an Ensnare off. And now down goes the farm. Those towers should really just be focused down by those units right now. Oh, we had the upgrade on those siege damage on the coming in from those Chimeras. So those Chimeras are now doing siege damage in order to deal additional damage to those units right now, or to that town hall. Mortar teams coming in trying to deal more damage as well. Are they trying to shoot back out? Not quite sure. Mortar teams trying to clear out some of this little positioning right here. Now down goes the town hall. Town hall already down to 700, 800 hit points, getting repaired by four peasants right now at this time. Flying Machines now trying to come in. Roar being casted once more, and we have an Ensnare, Shackle on that low hit point and Rider right now. Ooh, Breath of Fire hitting a lot of those Flying Machines. Trying to win this fight right there. Poker Off getting a Fairy Dragon off, trying to focus down some more of these units. And Druid of the Claw, Pandurian Brewmaster still sitting at level 4. That Fairy Dragon taking damage from that Arcane Tower still. Now getting Chimera very, very low on hit points, getting a rejuvenation on that Chimera in order to try to take down some of these units. Should probably focus down some of these towers as well. Pandurian Brewmaster still has plenty of mana in order to get a Breath of Fire off if he needs to. Now that Chimera once again trying to pull to the back, nice Shadow Strike and taking extra damage on that Knight. Knight down to 700 hit points now that he was healed by the Paladin. And Morton still trying to move out, still not quite sure who's going to take this game. Both players doing some very interesting strategies. A nice Breath of Fire on those Flying Machines being used to try to counteract that that Chimera. Now that Dragonhawk Rider is going to get focused down really, really quickly. And now, oh, very nicely done. That Fairy Dragon just doing mana flares and taking down those units right now. An additional Chimera once again joining the fight, and a low hit point Druid of the Claw trying to run away right now, able to save one of those units. Mountain King still sitting at level 2, hasn't really gained much mana. Warden down to 280 hit points, needs to get out of there. Unfortunately doesn't have enough mana for a blink, but is still able to escape somehow. So very, very nicely done. Pandurian Brewmaster may be able to try to save some of those low hit point bears right now if he has another Staff of Preservation. More fragmentation shards coming in. Now low hit point bear, one hit point wooden bear is going to go down. Let's see if another bear is going to go down. Warden comes in, does a Scroll of Healing, and now tries to save up some of those units, trying to focus down that Archmage. Archmage down to 143 hit points. and Archmage now trying to run to the back right now. Workshops and not producing any additional units. Rohjinwook does have sitting on 1,000 gold right now, so it has plenty of gold. Still no expansion over here. So the main gold mine has been mined out. Poker Please is going to be forced to run this all the way back down. We have did I count 3 chimeras? That's what someone said. Let's see. No, that's an Ancient of War. Trying to look for an additional chimera. There's one chimera, and maybe perhaps he's building an additional chimera as well. So no, not getting. No, yes, we do have 3 chimeras. So those chimeras will be able to take down those buildings fairly quickly, especially with that siege damage, but not quite sure if it's going to be able to take down those arcane towers as quickly as it needs to right now. Rohjinwook sitting at 80 over 90, and we have the Tree of Eternity walking in from the north in order to entangle this south gold mine, so we'll see if it's going to be enough. Rohjinwook continuing to move out. Level 2 on the Mountain King. Mountain King and Paladin still very, very low level heroes, even this late in the game. Pandurian Brewmaster, a sliver of experience away from level 5, so level 3 Breath of Fire will be joining this Night Elf army in just a second. Warden sitting in with level 2 or level 3 Shadow Strike, picks up an additional potion or additional scroll, now trying to move around the map a little bit more effectively. Let's see what's going to happen here as the armies are going to come together in the middle of the map. Chimeras coming in, flying machines coming in, and wow, quickly taking down one knight really fast, and the additional knight going to be taken down in just a second. Nice clap coming in from the Pandurian Brewmaster. Pandurian Brewmaster wants to get a Breath of Fire off on those on those units, on those flying machines, able to get it off, and now it's Shackle coming in, so those chimeras just sitting there taking a lot of damage. Mountain King finally sitting at level 3. Panda is taken out, and Warden now has Avatar of Vengeance, so Avatar, using a staff in order to save a unit, and Avatar of Vengeance is now out, so those units going to take a lot of damage, taking down some of those Dragonhawk Riders. Perhaps going to get a Shadow Strike off. No, does not have enough mana for a Shadow Strike, but those bears quickly taking down some more units, and the Avatar of Vengeance will be able to continue to push in right now. Warden getting a Shadow Strike off on a Mortar Team. Mortar Team going to fall as well. Down go 2 hit points, able to kill it. So Rohjinwook does not feed any additional experience over to Poker Off Please. Now that the Warden has joined the army, Poker Off Please will be much more difficult to take out. Please sitting at 48 over 80 and now entangling this gold mine, should get an expansion up in just a second. Rohjinwook only has 930 gold left in this gold mine. This is not looking good for Rohjinwook at all, and sitting only on 800 gold. So if it comes down to whoever has more gold right now, Poker Off Please, if he's able to get this expansion up and running and keep it up and running, should be able to win this. Even though Poker Off has been just trying to, or Please has just been trying to come behind and just survive this whole entire time. Avatar of Vengeance, in addition to a Pandurian Brewmaster sitting at level 5, and no more chimeras unfortunately, but this is just pretty interesting. Oh no, Archmage going to fall down. Ooh, nice Staff of Sanctuary. Perfect timing. That Mountain King came out of nowhere and was able to save that Archmage. Archmage was still taking damage over time from that Shadow Strike, but really, wow, that was really cutting it a little bit too close. Archmage, level 5 Archmage getting caught out in the open field. Paladin now trying to run back to the south, thinking that that's where Please is going to hit, but Please, most likely knowing or understanding that he can try to hit the main base at this point. The main base has a little bit less towers than the expansion at this point. The expansion is just properly set up right now. Staff of Teleportation coming in from the Archmage. Archmage once again joining this main army, and now Bear is trying to come in. So Pandurian Brewmaster might be able to get off a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. No Drunken Haze, no Breath of Fire. Not quite sure why it didn't happen. Warden using the Clarity Potion, trying to run away. Stay tuned for part 4 and the conclusion of this replay between Poker Off Please and Rohjinwook here on Echo Isle.